She pointed at the patch on his jacket with an accusing glare. "You're not a real veteran," she said, her voice sharp enough to cut glass. "People like you don't deserve to wear that uniform." The old man didn't speak. He stood silently in the aisle of the crowded bookstore, gripping the spine of a worn paperback about World War II, his faded army jacket hanging loosely from his frail shoulders. The room went still. Customers turned their heads. The woman who had just called him out was young, confident, and dressed in the polished navy blue of a junior corporate manager. Her name tag read Amber Wright, and she'd just been promoted to regional director. She prided herself on efficiency, accuracy, and lately, on calling out what she believed to be stolen valor. Amber had seen the man walk in 3 days in a row, wandering the aisles, never buying anything. His jacket had a patch from the 173rd Airborne Brigade and a name tag that looked stitched on by hand. She assumed it was all fake, something about the way he moved slow, dragging his right foot just a little, yet with an upright pride made her feel suspicious. And that day, after someone whispered that he was seen counting change in the cafe corner, she decided to confront him. "You veterans think the world owes you something? My uncle actually served, and he'd never let himself look like this." She muttered, unaware of just how much damage her words carried. The man didn't meet her eyes. Instead, he gently set the book down, turned around, and as he did, a small object slipped from the inside pocket of his jacket. It clinked as it hit the tiled floor. It was a Medal of Honor. Gasps filled the room. A young man nearby bent down and picked it up, staring at the engraving. "Ma'am, do you even know what this is?" he asked quietly, holding it out and trembling. "Hands." Amber's face drained of color. She stepped forward, her eyes fixed on the medal. "That can't be real." The old man finally spoke, his voice gravelly but calm. "I never meant to drop it. I don't usually carry it, but it belonged to someone I lost. I keep it close when I need strength." "Wait," Amber whispered. "Belonged to?" "It wasn't awarded to me," he said. "It was awarded to my brother. We served together in Vietnam. He threw himself on a grenade so I could live." Silence in the room was unbearable. Amber's pulse throbbed in her ears. She felt suddenly too big and too small for her own body. The old man turned to leave, limping slightly as he walked. Amber took a shaky breath and called out, "Sir, wait, please." He stopped. "I'm sorry," she said, louder now. "I didn't know. I thought." "You thought you were doing the right thing," he said without bitterness. "But sometimes the right thing begins with listening." Amber didn't sleep that night. She researched the 173rd Airborne, the list of Medal of Honor recipients, and found the name engraved on the medal: James M. Weaver. Killed in action, 1971. A brother. A hero. The next morning, she drafted a long letter to her company's board. She proposed a new initiative, Veterans First, a hiring and support program for former military personnel. She personally funded the first 6 months. She stepped back from her role as regional director and moved into veteran outreach, visiting shelters, support groups, and rehab centers. Every talk she gave started the same way. "I once called a man a fake veteran. I couldn't have been more wrong." Months later, at the grand opening of a new Veterans First training center, Amber stood at the podium. In the front row sat the same old man, his jacket still worn, but now with a fresh pin one that read Mentor. Amber caught his eye and gave him a respectful nod. "I thought I was here to teach others how to lead," she said, her voice cracking. "But it took a quiet man and a fallen medal to show me what service truly means." The crowd stood and applauded. And from that day on, Amber's greatest accomplishment wasn't her title or her salary. It was the lives she changed. Because one man dropped a medal and didn't say a single angry word.